Get strong.
And we're back.
I am back. What it do, baby?
We are back.
This is the Rhubarb Brothers podcast. I'm your host, Chris.
I'm your host, Brant.
And today, it's actually still Thanksgiving.
It's our true Thanksgiving
Right.
Day special. The other one was a Thanksgiving Eve, I guess.
We have, which my, I should say my Canadian uncle has brought me some coffee crisps.
Today, our sponsor,
We're not sponsored by anyone, but
Coffee Crisps.
coffee crisps are good.
Give us a shout out.
And we also have coffee to go along with our coffee crisps. Because
10 out of 10.
Because it is late at night.
Mm-hmm. We're pulling another late one. All right. So, I honestly forget what I was going to talk to you about. I set it by the refrigerator, remember? I said, wait, hold on. Do you remember that conversation? Briefly?
No.
All right, anyway. Chris and I are back from Thanksgiving at obviously separate parents. So
We're not actually brothers if you haven't picked that up already.
So how was yours? I have a rough idea of how yours was, but how was it? Was it good? Did anything like any family stories get brought up that you forgot about or anything like that?
No.
No?
No.
All right, well, I had a goddamn bomb dropped on me today. You're going to feel real fucking good about yourself, you fucking
You are
schmuck.
not the father.
Pretty damn fucking close. Anyway, I was in the kitchen with mi madre and abuela, a few other people anyway. Yeah. So we were talking about my whereabouts the majority of the time. And traditionally, if I'm doing anything, I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going over to Chris's, even if I don't go to Chris's. So what happened was Chris met my mother one day. And it was the first time, and ever since that day, I looked at her today and I was like, you know, ever since you met Chris, there hasn't been a goddamn day that I haven't heard about how hot my mom is. Anyway, this fucking guy, right? Yeah, I'm so serious. Motherfucker said that, and I'm like, whatever. Like, I have to take it. There's nothing else I can do, because I don't even know what his mom looks like. Anyway.
I'm going to keep it that way.
I said that, and I'm like, I told her, I'm like, there hasn't been a goddamn day go by that I have not been reminded of how hot my mom is. And she's like, funny, fucking, yeah, fuck you. Anyway, she drops this goddamn bomb on me, right? You want to take a guess at what this fucking bomb was?
Oh, she wants to get with me.
She looked at me and said, well, if I was 20 or 30 years younger, my world fucking collapsed in on itself in that exact moment. I looked at her, and like, it's very rare that I'll like stop somebody and just like I have a mark. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I said that. Like, she's like, if I was 20 or 30, Jesus Christ, mother. I hit her with one of those.
Stephanie, if you're watching this.
Nope. Yeah, anyway.
But that is very flattering.
Yeah,
Tell your mom I'll be waiting for her.
yeah, I figured you'd fucking like that. So that was the real kick to my fucking day. And another childhood story that came up was years ago when I was in grade school and shit. I used to have this problem with being irresponsible in my mother's eyes.
Oh.
So I would have homework, right? And I would just lose it. And my ass knew I had it, knew it was done, knew the shit was right. I was a good kid. I did the shit was right. I double checked the shit, and I would turn the shit in the next day. But it got to a point where I would have to stay at my uncle's. Well, my grandmother, he lives with her and takes care of her, so I had to live there for a little bit. Like, I would stay the night, and then he would take me to my mother because she worked night shifts, so she would get off in the morning. Mm-hmm. So I would go there, and he would take me to the hospital where she worked, and then she would take me to school. So anyway, I usually had homework due, whatever. It's grade school. So one thing leads to another, and it got on this trend where I would show up to school and like shit was missing.
Yeah.
That I knew I had.
I had that so many
Anyway,
times.
for those of you that don't know, I was a little fucker back in the day. I was an asshole. I was a little bit
Back in the day.
funny. But yeah, anyway, this fucker, I would show up to school and I wouldn't have the homework that was due. Or like I would turn it in and I would fail. So it got to a point when I hit 18. I had 18 years old and my uncle finally came out about the story. He would take my homework out of my backpack and throw it away.
Why?
Or he would change the answers. Because I was a little fucker and he wasn't allowed to beat me, so that's how he got back at me. That was his niche. That's what he did.
He's like, I can't hit this kid.
Yeah.
That time for that has passed. I'm
gonna fail him out.
I must channel my inner demon.
But yeah, that little asshole, that's what he did. And my cousin got in on it too. He would fucking do the same thing. So that was my big struggle growing up.
The world was against you.
I was battling the world.
Scott Pilgrim over
Fucking
here.
Brent Fraser versus the world. It's been that way for a long time. All right. Let's get serious. You ready?
This hadn't been serious.
What is something that you're thankful for? You get one answer. And if you choose wrong, I'm going to throw a fit.
How do I choose wrong?
Because I know the answer that you should say.
Life.
No.
Okay.
It was me. But I guess that's a good answer.
No.
No.
Let me guess. Your answer was me.
It was not you.
Then why the fuck did my answer have
Because
to be you?
I'm better than you. I'm better. I'm stronger.
I am better.
God damn. Look at us. Who would have thought?
I mean, here we are shooting 2 podcasts in 2 days.
Yeah. Now I'm out of school, like I can do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking life full of responsibilities. Get out of that responsibility on to the next set of
I also have the
responsibilities.
next 3 days off,
Yeah,
so
you fucking dick. I work the next 3.
well, I had to take days for this. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
That's tough.
not for the weekend, but today and tomorrow,
All right.
because I like Black Friday shopping.
You go Black Friday shopping?
Fuck yeah, I do. It's what I live for. I love buying shit. I have a horrible spending addiction, as you can tell.
I mean, it pays off for me, I guess.
It does not pay for me.
So I remember the question as I'm staring at our future sponsor.
I don't think it's our future.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
I have like a comfort candy bar.
Okay.
So like my thing is like, if these were sold in America and I just get off like being drunk, a bender of a night, this would be my go-to candy bar to close the night out.
Mm-hmm.
What would be yours?
A caramello bar.
A caramello bar? Interesting how you said a caramello bar, but he says fucking caramel. No, fuck!
No, you want me to say it right? Carmelo. Are you happy now? You fucking
You
dink.
say caramel.
Caramel. What's wrong with that?
It's caramel.
You're a fucking...
Anyway, we're never gonna change our opinion on that.
You're a fucking fluffer.
But yeah, this is my fucking go-to candy bar. Why a caramello bar? What does it for you?
It's like... sex in a package.
Just it's different. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say mine's a Milky Way. Caramello bars are pretty fucking good.
Dude, Milky Ways are pretty good. I'll give you that.
Like
that's my top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Twix is probably...
Oh, that's a good one. Like, fuck.
I think it goes Caramello, then Twix,
Yeah,
then Milky Way.
it's that cookie in it too,
Dude.
That's what gets me.
It's good.
It's
And
like,
dude, I don't really like dark chocolate candies, But Milky Way Midnights,
Those are pretty fucking good too.
Yep.
It's just, I don't know. It's just such a comfort. Like that shit melts in your mouth. Like that little fucking thing. Don't, dude. Don't. No.
I won't.
Good. Thank you. But it's so goddamn good. And it's so nice. All right. Here's one for you.
Okay.
You ready? This one's a big one. We're going to broaden the variety.
Okay.
You get home from trick-or-treating back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Come home with a bag full of candy.
The first candy.
What are you grabbing? What is the go-to? I'm fucking Milk Duds all the way.
Ew.
Bro, no! Fucking Milk Duds are the shit!
I never really cared much for them.
You like fucking Carmelo bars.
And?
It's chocolate and caramel.
And?
It's the same goddamn thing.
I did not like that it looked like fucking rat turds.
All right, well, I'm sorry. It's pretty fucking good. Like, a long day of trick-or-treating, busting out Milk Duds.
Bro, you know what I used to do? Instead of reaching for the candy, some people around here would give out Doritos, and I'd reach for them fucking Doritos first.
That's interesting. I've never had Doritos. I've had fucking pretzels. And nothing pisses me off more than getting fucking pretzels, especially as a kid.
You ever get those popcorn balls?
Mm-hmm.
Those are good.
I fucking hate those things. I hate them.
They were dry, but it was almost like the tradition of the thing.
They
know
were-
you're gonna get a popcorn ball.
Yeah, it was just too hard for me to eat.
Yeah.
I looked like I was eating a fucking apple, like a diabetic apple. Just my fat ass. Crunch. Fucking popcorn. Crumbs get everywhere. Fucking my hands all sticky from the fucking shit that holds it together.
Is that
No.
what they're calling it nowadays?
Yeah, it's just, that's my fucking, fucking, when was the last time you stopped trick-or-treating?
I think I was.
I don't remember.
Granted, I never really cared for trick or treating. To be honest, it was very. Well, I didn't live in a neighborhood for it.
Yeah.
Because you had to drive everywhere, and I hated being in this fucking thin ass costume, going out in the fucking freezing cold weather. I hated it, and then they're like, "Oh, if you're cold, wear a jacket and everything." It takes away from the fucking costume.
Yeah.
Like,
So, like, I went to my uncle's, and he lived in a neighborhood. So, like, that's where I would trick-or-treat.
right.
But, like, it was fun. Like, looking back at it, I'm glad I did it, I guess. But, like, mid.
Yeah.
Halloween is a mid holiday.
There's a lot of people that get into it, and I was never one of them kids.
I will say the only plus side of it is, like, as we get older, like, the costumes get sluttier. I think that's how that goes.
It is how it goes.
At least that's what I've noticed. So, like, yeah, like, that's a plus to it.
Slutty Jabba the Hutt will always do it for me.
What's your favorite slutty costume? Like, there's a lot of them. What's your number one? Like, if you see a girl at a party, that's the one you lock for.
Slutty Pennywise.
What the fuck?
I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Not like a nurse or like...
No. Dude, nurses don't do it for me.
Really?
No.
I think nurses are hot. Like,
They just don't do it for me.
like...
Because basically every nurse that I know, I knew what they were like before.
That's fair.
It's like the last, like, think of it like,
That's a white girl transcendence.
think of it like Pokemon. You have a little starter hoe, right? She evolves into, the village bike she's been passed around too many times. And then her final evolution is applying for nursing school.
Yes. I can't remember if we talked about it on the podcast, but I have a very firm stance. From the RNs and stuff that I know that are studying, well, from the students that are studying to be RNs, LPNs, NAs, PhDs, those fucking people,
Yeah.
you're not touching me. Because I saw you all through school,
Yep.
and I know that you were cheating off other people. I've seen you use Socratic to take med tests. You're not fucking touching me.
Quizlet, fucking.
Yeah, fuck it. It's ridiculous. Nobody is touching me that I know. I'm not going to say names, but there are a significant amount of people that are in nursing school that will not, if I am coherent enough, they will not touch me.
That's for any profession too, but especially in nursing, because nursing is a very flooded occupational degree course. Because every single chick, I mean, you literally have two main choices if you're a chick that you see most prominent: nursing or teaching.
Yep.
And I will be honest, teachers do it for me a lot more than nurses do.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
That's fair. It's the scrubs. So, like, I had a field day with Grey's Anatomy. I'll tell you that. But, like, just the scrubs. That's what does it.
You ever seen Scrubs? The
I haven't.
TV show?
I haven't. I think I was too young when it came
Oh,
out.
you could. That is a good show.
I'm trying to watch the show, not, Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have a hard time getting through Saul.
Better Call Saul's a weakness, too.
It is my weakness. It's just
What the shit? Later.
okay. For the people wondering why there's a random ass laptop here, this was
Yeah.
the laptop I used all throughout college.
Yeah, I forgot my laptop, which is a MacBook Air. So, like, we're tired of being wrong, I guess would be a good word to say.
Yeah,
So we have it here for fact checking,
Yeah.
realistically, in case we spout some wild shit.
Oh, you know what? Oh,
What?
I can't wait to say this. That shit about binary code.
Oh, yeah,
that we
yeah,
couldn't
yeah, yeah.
That I know for sure I was telling you wrong. Pull that shit up, Brant.
Fucking binary. Like, okay. So I'm going to answer my questions binary, and everybody can learn from that.
Okay, because I know I was
I'll
telling
search
you
your
wrong.
fucking computer.
Because it had been so fucking long. It might be a little slow. It is a dinosaur, as you were saying.
It's pretty fucking old. Yeah, this shit whacked off.
Yeah, it's not very.
Binary code. All right. So this is. I just want you to understand. I'm gonna read off Wikipedia.
All right.
I think Wikipedia is underrated. A binary code text, computer processor, instructions, or any other data using a two-symbol system. A two-symbol system is often the ones and zeros in a binary number system.
Yep.
The binary code assigns patterns to binary digits, also known as bits or characters, and it ties into instructions. Let's see what 01001 means. Are you ready?
Yeah.
That was absolutely fucking useless. I did learn that 4 zeros equals 0. So
It all adds up.
binary number 7 is 00111. And the way it's put out is 0 plus 0 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. Does it square down?
Remember when I said it was somewhat of like a power of 4?
Yeah.
I think that's what I was remembering. It wasn't quite right, but
I see.
I think each position that the numbers are in have a certain value.
Interesting.
So I mean I almost remembered it.
I'm blown away. You did a pretty damn good job for me being an absolute fucking idiot. So you should be proud of that one.
Yeah.
That's just way over my head. I'm like good with math, but like that shit, not for me.
That was a laptop's pretty useful, ain't it?
Yeah, honestly, I'm glad I really did forget my computer. I'm pretty bummed out about that one.
I would use my laptop, but I don't think I can close the recording software. So
Yeah, it's alright. We've got a full fucking setup going on now.
Can we just take a second and appreciate the professionalist that we are right now?
I'm pretty happy.
We got the 2 mics. Sounds amazing.
I'm actually really happy that we got this.
You saw a little bit of the video I uploaded last night.
Mm-hmm.
Did it sound significantly better?
It did sound significantly
It
better.
sounded significantly better to me. And the Spotify episode sounded crisp. Like, very good. It sounds a lot better when you're closer to the mic, though, which is all right. That's why a lot of people...
Always fun.
That's why a lot of people have the boom mic like right here so they can still see each other. And I wish this thing would come up further. But we all wish that.
Story of my life. All right. So...
Dude, I passed out when I came home.
Yeah, dude was fucking... You were out.
Yeah, he...
I falls asleep at really bad times, I've noticed.
I fall asleep whenever I can get sleep. But I knew Brant was going to be coming over, but I didn't know how long he was going to be because he was hanging out with his little lady friend. And so I left the door unlocked and everything, and I went to bed, or I went to the couch.
Yeah, dude went to the couch.
And, which I laid down around 9:15, and Brant comes through the door at like 10:45.
Yeah.
And I could already tell. He's like, "Oh, bro, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were asleep."
Yeah, I would have knocked, but, like, the door was... If the door's locked, I'll knock.
Yeah.
But, like, it wasn't locked, so I'm like, oh, he's up.
Yeah, I unlocked it for you.
No.
It's different.
He was down.
I unlocked it for you before I laid down.
Nice.
But, see, that's the thing. I knew you were coming. If I didn't know you were coming, I would be scared out of my fucking neck.
Be like, oh, shit.
I'm like, who the fuck's at my door?
Who the fuck's that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
God damn it. All right.
We don't really have a topic, do we?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
About Thanksgiving.
Considering that is a Thanksgiving Day special falling on Thanksgiving, what's your go-to food? Like Thanksgiving, like what's your go-to food?
Deviled eggs.
You're a fucking bitch.
Why?
How'd I know you'd say that?
Because I love deviled eggs.
I fucking hate deviled eggs.
Oh, you're...
Look.
Okay, what's your...
Whack.
What's your go-to?
My go-to? Straight up fucking turkey.
Ew.
What the fuck's wrong with turkey?
No.
Are you a ham guy?
I am a ham
What
guy.
a pussy.
And turkey's always just so dry to me.
Well, clearly your family doesn't know how to cook fucking turkey. Hate to be that guy, but
Go ahead, tell my mom that.
you need to fix your shit. Like we took I think it was a 23-pound turkey. And like we took that bitch outside and we did like we had the propane tank set up.
Yeah.
We had like oil going, fucking submerged that shit. I came out, best turkey I've ever had.
Really?
Straight up, best turkey I've ever had.
Nice.
Like, we've never prepared it that way. Usually, we've only taken, like we'll do ham. Like, we did a ham today. Like, obviously, I don't fucking touch it because I'm not a pussy. But,
Debatable.
funny. But you take the thing, and the way it was prepared was it kept everything in, and it was so fucking awesome. Traditionally, we do, like, a 13-pound turkey or something and throw it in the oven.
Yeah.
Which would dry the fuck out of it unless you like consistently baste it and whatever. But there was just something about it that kept that shit so good. It's awesome. I'm actually gonna go home and eat some of that again. I also fuck with sweet potato casserole.
I haven't had that in a while. My mom hasn't been making it for Thanksgiving. But what I do like is stuffing.
I have mixed emotions about stuffing.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
When I was a kid, I've always been very timid of it. So like,
oh, it didn't look right to me when I was a kid.
When I was a kid, I was like, that's not right. And then
Yeah.
one day I tried it and I got really sick.
Oh, really?
I don't know why, but I think it was just like my mind, and I'm like,
Yeah.
But like I had it and I got really nauseous. Anyway, come like last Thanksgiving, either last or 2 Thanksgivings ago. I was like, okay, like I'm gonna like give it another try. So I had it and I'm like, okay. So I tried it this time around, and it was actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I will say it has to be, the flavor has to be there.
Yeah.
Like it's very touchy for me.
I like stuffing, but when I was a kid and I saw that stuff, I was like,
I don't know what that is, but
that don't look right.
that's not stuffing, bro.
It's not that guy.
It is not that guy. But like, I don't know. It was good. It's just not my favorite. How about the people out there that call it fucking dressing? You ever hear that?
People call stuffing dressing?
Yeah. I've heard that.
Fucking where?
I
Timbuktu? Yeah, look. Pull that shit up, Brant.
Let's see where the fuck you guys come from, because you're a problem. You finish?
I am.
Nice.
That was actually pretty good.
The coffee? It is pretty fucking good. Did you just turn that off?
Yes, it did.
Oh, nice.
Sorry for everyone. I'm a little lacking right now. I'm extremely tired.
Dude's been struggling with allergies ever since there was like a cat here, which there was no cat, but like now that the cat hair is like in the air, it lingers because I've had cats. And then he went home to his cats, which reside there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Oh, I'm definitely killing myself. I'm bringing my fucking computer.
What are you doing?
Well, I accidentally hit fucking delete.
That's your issue.
I know it is.
But no, I watched that cat for about 3 weeks and had, decent allergies. Like, nothing debilitating, I should say. But
I'm gonna kill myself.
I went over to my parents' house, and their cat, I don't know what it is about him.
Yeah, okay. All right. Oops. Okay. So, look at it. Stuffing and dressing are commonly used as different names for the same thing.
But,
Like,
where does dressing originate from? I bet it's the South, honestly.
Let's see. Okay. It is the Southerners.
I told you it was probably the South.
It is the fucking South.
Yeah.
They're a problem. You guys need to fix your shit. You want to know something I didn't know that, like, is really fucking weird?
What?
If you're on the West Coast, it's very weird for you to fold your pizza over and eat it. Like,
Really?
that's not normal. People do that. Like,
I could see that.
like it's
I
an
remember,
East Coast thing.
I remember seeing that the first time in school.
Really?
And I'm like,
Like folding a pizza?
yeah, folding a pizza and actually...
It's like, I thought that was the normal. Well, that was the norm.
Well, I saw it the first time when I was in elementary school. I was probably like... It had been 5th or 6th grade before I even saw that shit.
yeah.
And I saw that shit and I'm like, oh, this dude's fucking weird. Like,
This guy's folding his fucking pizza.
and then I started noticing more and more people doing it. I'm like, oh, yeah.
I mean, it might work.
I'm like, I'll try anything once. And I took that pizza, folded that bad boy in half, ate the motherfucker. I was like, I understand.
That's a good idea.
I understand. I didn't do it. I didn't do it myself after that. I mean, a couple times I would feel like if I was in a rush, I'd fold it and eat it, whatever. But
Yeah.
I didn't do it normally.
Yeah, like it's like an East Coast thing, I guess. Like not like holding it to where it's kind of bent, but like full on slapping that shit
Yeah.
straight over itself and pounding it. That's.
I bet people probably think eating pizza with ranch is probably...
I think that's fucking weird.
Why?
Now, when I say this, I've had like barbecue chicken ranch, like I've had like ranch pizzas, like ranch and chicken, like ranch bacon and chicken. Like I've had it on it, but the actual art of taking a pizza and dipping that shit into ranch, no. My go-to, I'll take a piece of pepperoni pizza and I'll dip that shit in barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
It's interesting.
You ever have like a barbecue chicken pizza?
Oh,
That shit slaps.
it sounds good.
That shit slaps. That's my go-to pizza.
I
Catch me at fucking Domino's. Domino's. Barbecue chicken pizza.
I do not like Domino's.
Bruh.
Domino's pizza is not good.
Why are you telling us that now?
Haven't you noticed every time you and Rachel would order Domino's, I would not eat it?
Well, dude, you're like, oh, I'm not fucking hungry. Speak up, Chris. I would have sided with you. Fucking, you could have been like, maybe we should do Papa John's. Give me a look. I'll be like, I'm down with that.
Yeah. I do like Papa John's.
But no, dude played the, oh, I'm not hungry.
Fucking Domino's is trash to me. I mean, I get some people like it, but
the only pizza I like from there, though, I don't like their sauce, but like the barbecue chicken pizza from there, they do that shit right. I'm more, if I had to choose based on our location, I'm more of a Papa John's pizza kind of guy. But I've never fucked with Fox's Pizza. I don't think I've ever had a Fox's Pizza in my life.
I had
Straight up.
a long time ago. I had Fox's Pizza, but I haven't had it recently.
Oh, I think there's 5 big pizza chains. Rank them right now.
Oh,
Right now. And I'm going to judge the shit out of you for it.
Obviously, I mean, I don't know too many pizza chains. I mean, there's like 3 or 4.
Okay.
4 that
I'm going to give you Domino's, Papa John's, Little Caesars. I do have 4. What's the other one? Fox's.
Pizza Hut.
There's Pizza Hut. That's the 5th one. Yep. Rank those right now.
Okay. Number 1, always gonna be Papa John's for me.
I agree. Number 1.
From what I remember of Fox's, it was decent. I will say Fox's will probably be a 2nd.
Okay.
Pizza Hut 3rd.
Okay.
Little Caesars 4th. 5th Domino's.
That's tough.
I do not. I have a pure hatred for Domino's because
Really?
I have never had a pizza from there that I've liked.
Why?
Dude, it's just weird. I can't really explain it. It's just never tasted good to me.
Okay.
And Little Caesars is good if it's like fresh.
That is the worst goddamn pizza I've ever had in my
If
life.
it's fresh, Little Caesars is pretty good.
If that shit is cranking out $5 pizzas, how good can it be?
But it's super thin, super cheap, and it gets cold too quick because it's so thin. And my dad loves Little Caesars. We'll eat that shit all day.
See, that's ridiculous. I can't do that.
It is cardboard.
It is. See, okay. All right. Number 1, Papa John's. Straight up. If you disagree, you're probably fucking weird.
Papa John's is so expensive though. But you're paying
well,
for
they
good.
know. Yeah, they're cranking
paying
out
for good
They're
shit.
cranking out fucking heat.
Yeah.
Fuck it. What is it? Better pizza, better ingredients, Papa John's. That's just how it fucking is.
Better bitches.
Better bitches, better money. My clothes, but I'll work harder. Fuck Little Caesars. But yeah, no. Fucking Papa John's, number 1. Number 2, I'm going to say Pizza Hut. Not necessarily for the pizza because it's been a long time since I've had it. I don't know how well it's aged. But as a kid, I remember Pizza Hut was like the fucking mint.
Dude, it used to be like a special occasion to go to Pizza Hut, sit down and eat. And I tell you, I haven't been to Pizza Hut to eat in like 3 years.
I have only sat down in a Pizza Hut. It maybe being generous 6 times in my life.
Yeah.
6.
I used to always get the breadsticks.
Their breadsticks were fucking fire though.
Dude,
Just the way it was set up, like Papa John's, Pizza Hut. Number 3, I'm gonna say Domino's. Realistically, because I like a barbecue chicken pizza. They do that shit so well that it makes up for the other 2.
Yeah.
Number 5 is obviously Fox's because I've never had a pizza from there. I just haven't, so I don't know where it ranks.
Right.
4, Little Caesars. I think it's fucking dog shit.
It is. That's
Like-
why. Hey, we ranked Little Caesars both 4th.
Exactly. Just it could be 5th, but I haven't had another pizza. But I have had food from Fox's that's outside of pizza, and it has been good.
Right.
But it's not pizza.
Right. Comment your rankings.
Yeah. Yeah. Comment your rankings.
Who has the better pizza, better bitches, better
Money.
clothes?
I guess since we're on the topic of food, what's your favorite breakfast food? Like okay, all right. Let me set the scene for you, right?
Okay.
So
What's the scene?
So you're going on a school trip.
Okay.
The next day, you're going on a school trip.
Yep.
There's no homework. There's no class. You're
Yep.
just going on a school trip.
Yep.
You've laid your outfit out.
Yep.
Because I know everybody did it. Everybody laid that outfit out.
We would sleep next to our outfits.
Yeah, dude. Everybody would lay that shit out. Even I laid that shit out.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm going to be looking fire.
Be like, bro. I always had this vision like, oh, I'm gonna go pull up to the school trip. I'm gonna meet this fucking girl from a different school. I'm
Dude,
gonna like, mac on him.
I did that shit all the time.
Yep.
Sidetrack, 6th grade, there was a Pirates game. This was the ballsiest. I missed 2015 maybe? No, 16 I was in high school. So that's 2 grades down. So 2013.
Yeah, 16, you were a freshman
Mm-hmm.
when I was a senior.
There's 8th and 7th. That's 2 years. Yeah, so 2013.
Yeah.
2013 Brant was a goddamn rock star. I went to this Pirates game, and like there was a bunch of different schools. I was not interested in that shit. I remember I sat down. I forget there was one kid that I was really good friends with, and I sat beside him. It was Caden Summers. I sat down beside Caden Summers, and there's this guy named Gatlin. We were all really good friends back in the day. And like we sat down and we're all the same age, right?
Yeah.
And we got like the classic hot dog and shit for like a ballpark hot dog.
The overpriced.
Yeah.
hot dog.
Like, you're paying for the feel, I guess, like the nostalgia of it.
Yeah.
But like we sat down, we were having a good time, and there were these 2 ladies. No, there were 3. There were these 3 ladies right across from us, and like they were roughly the same age, I guess. They were definitely older,
Right.
but like they couldn't have been that old.
Yep.
So anyway, this guy was like, Gatlin, he looked at me and he's like, should I ask them for their numbers? I was like, wait a minute. So like at the end of the game, right, we're all like filing out.
Mm-hmm.
This kid, like Gatlin, he's like taking selfies with pretty girls.
Oh.
So he's like, you should get them to take a picture with us. Like, you know, like the dumb shit we do as kids. Like,
Yeah.
anyway, he's like, you should like get them to take a picture with us. And I'm like, all right, fucking bet. So I walk over there. I'm like, hey, can we all take a picture together? They're like, what? I'm like, let's take a picture together. They're like, no fucking way. So anyway, we took a picture. One thing leads to another. And like, I stayed and chatted with those women, with Caden and Gatlin, for, bless you, for like
These allergies.
an
are
hour
kicking my
before we
ass.
left. Of course, I was like in 6th grade, so I didn't get any of their contact information. But that was the baddest fucking moment that I think I've ever had as a man.
Have you ever had an experience where you meet someone
Like the one that got away?
like the one that you think about like, oh, I wonder what she's doing now. Never, don't even really remember her name. Don't remember where she came from. Just remember her from an experience.
I think so, but I'd have to think about it to give you a good one. I feel like I know who yours is. The concert lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Katie.
Yeah, there it is.
I remembered her name.
Yeah.
I really regret not getting her Snapchat or number.
I see. That's where
It just happened so quick. We were just talking, like just fucking Jimmy Eat World came on. We were fucking jamming to the middle, and we just started talking. She was like 28, very very mature, very good looking, and we were just chilling out. She was right beside of me. We were just jamming out to Jimmy Eat World, and she nudges me on the shoulder. She's like, "You want to go up front?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go with you. Fuck it." And we start talking and everything, and she was from New York, so pretty far away.
Yeah.
But what was kind of weird is that she had came there with her gay best friend too.
Nice.
And he was like chilling out in the corner, holding her bags and whatever.
Oh, that's tough.
And I'd see her.
Are you sure he's not straight? Because that sounds like a straight man's game right there.
But she had told me like why he was there and whatever, and he just didn't like the music, so he was just there for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good friend though.
So he was just chilling in the corner, playing on his phone and everything. And I'd see her before she like nudged me on the shoulder because we were standing right next to each other. And she would go over and like drop her shit off with him and come back over and start like,
Turning up.
bopping to this shit with
yeah.
me. And I kind of wondered that. So when she nudged me on the shoulder and we went closer to the stage, I asked her, I was like, so who is that guy that's that's holding your bags and shit? And she's like, oh, that's my friend. You know, I've known him since we were little. He's gay. He just came here for me. I didn't want to come alone. And she's like, did you come here alone? I'm like, yeah, I came here alone. Why? Like,
because I'm here for the music.
I went to that music festival 2 years in a row by myself.
I would have gone with you.
You were working.
But yeah, I was working. That's it.
Yeah. And Rachel didn't want to go, which
fucking
of
surprise.
But I didn't have anyone to go to the concert with me, and I was like, you know what? I went last year by myself.
Fuck it,
I'll go again. And dude, I had a much better time this time around.
Well, yeah.
You saw how many chicks I was hanging out with there.
I also think the last time that you went was like the breakup, I thought.
Yeah.
Or it was near then.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah.
It wasn't my big breakup, but it was
a breakup.
It was a breakup.
They all hit a little different.
But I did have a fun time the first time, but I didn't really talk. The first time I went there was these two stoners.
Oh shit.
That I got behind in line with at the concession stand. And this stoner dude, real long blonde hair, like dude looked like the guy from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh shit.
He's like, yeah, dude. And he's like, sup, dude? Like, where's your buddy at? And I kind of looked at him. I'm like,
he's like, what buddy?
I'm like, what buddy? He's like, oh, dog, don't be playing with me. I'm like, I don't got a buddy, dog.
He said, you a cop, bro?
Like, you know, you have to legally tell me, right?
That shit. You gotta legally tell me I'm not a cop, man. Bro, you can't lie to me like that.
But he was like, dude, he just leave you like that, bro? Like, he's not even really your friend. I'm like, dude, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about because I came here alone. and the other dude kind of pitches in. He's like, I thought I saw you. I'm like, dude, no.
They were scouting you out, dude.
And so I end up getting their food, and we talked to a couple people in the line, whatever, and I leave to go watch a couple more bands. And there was like maybe 10 bands on for that whole day. It was a music festival. It went from 12 to fucking 11 at night.
Yeah.
And so I see 3 more bands, and I go back to the concession stand, and guess who the fuck I'm behind again? The same
guys.
fucking stoner dudes. And I get behind them. That dude turns around, the one with the long hair. He's like, dude, you ever find your buddy? I'm like, what the fuck is up with you?
Dude, they were seeing something.
And, well, then I finally got it through their head that I had came there alone. Finally got to these stoner dudes. And they're
It's
like,
a losing battle.
I mean, and they're like, bro, you want to, like, chill with us? Like, we're going to go see, what was it? State Champs. We're going to go see State Champs after this. Like, dog, you just want to, like, hang out with us? I'm like, all right, I don't really have anybody else to hang out with.
Yeah, cool.
And I think we saw 2 bands, and I kind of lost them. And I'm like, I'm not finding them.
They're not people I'd look for, but they were cool in the moment.
But, oh, dude, I love this concert story. I'm so glad you sparked my memory on this.
There we go, yeah.
So the second time I went to that festival, I went there, and obviously you couldn't go, and Rachel couldn't go.
Yeah.
So, and I was familiar. Like, the first time I went, I was kind of nervous what to
it's
expect.
overwhelming. Plus,
Yeah.
it's like a fucking music festival.
Yeah, I was extremely nervous. It was the first concert that, you know, I'd been to since the pandemic.
I see.
The first time. So I was really, like, really nervous, really shut in with myself, and didn't really, like, talk to many people.
Yeah.
But the first band that went on, and I remember this, I was already, like, kind of drunk by the time the first band went on. They let us in at 12:30, and the first band went on at 1:30. So I had 2 fucking 24-ounce Miller Lights.
Holy shit.
And I was feeling pretty good.
Dude was feeling himself.
Which they always had, like, the first 3 hours, bands that no one really knows.
Yeah, like they let everyone file in for the big shit.
So I started, like, freaking jamming
Getting
out.
in it, yeah.
I'm like fucking moving around. I'm acting like a fucking crazy person. I'm getting into it. And
Dude was in that mosh pit.
I did get in many mosh pits.
Dude, I don't fuck with mosh pits. That shit's dangerous.
Well, the good thing about doing it in there is that it looks like everyone fucking helps out. If someone goes down, it immediately stops and everyone goes to.
That's not a real mosh pit though.
But it's a friendly mosh pit.
Mosh pits are fucking ruthless.
And for the people that don't know what concert I'm talking about, it is the Fort Chord Music Festival. It happens every year in September, and it's just a fun time. A lot of good people there. But I got into many mosh pits, and I think it was like the end of the second band that went on. This girl, she's shorter, and this Asian girl who's the same height came up to me. The Asian girl says, "Are you here by yourself?" Like, yeah, I'm here by myself. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
What it do, baby?
I'm back. What it do, baby?
And found out that the Asian girl's friend, who was actually pretty good looking, she was single. She didn't have anyone there, but the Asian girl had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So she was just kind of, the other girl was third wheeling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, this is great. Like,
This
fucking,
is a perfect scenario.
like, I've been here fucking like an hour and a half, and I already found people. Like, these bitches came up to me.
Yeah,
And
that's always a good feeling. Can we normalize women shooting their shot?
seriously, it caught me off guard. I wasn't used to it. And,
Apple Annie's girl shot her shot.
yeah.
Apple Annie's girl is still in the picture.
Women, if you understand one thing, you will land 98% of the shots you take.
I hate to be that guy, but when a woman shoots her shot with me, there's initially there's like a moment where like, okay, like I didn't shoot my shot and it was kind of easy because a guy kind of we like the hunt.
Yes.
We're men. We eat what we kill. But we like the hunt. But let me tell you what, nothing gives you a better feeling. Nothing gets the confidence up more than when a woman shoots her shot.
Exactly.
Just, wow.
It's like you've been out hunting for a whole season, haven't gotten anything.
Exactly.
And then this perfect fucking 8-point just walks up to your front porch as you open the door to fucking leave. And you're like, oh.
It like shoots itself.
Yeah.
It fucking looks at you dead. Fucking just kills itself.
So, yeah. It caught me off guard.
Exactly.
So I started hanging out with these people.
Yeah.
Saw the Asian girl's boyfriend. He was pretty young. The boyfriend was like 18, 19. The Asian girl was like 20, 21. And then their friend that I was talking to most of the time, she was 22.
Okay, so
she was right around my
Yeah,
age.
yeah.
She was, I think it's like a semester away from graduating or whatever.
cool.
Which, yeah, I was like
Good
all
for
about
her.
it. I was all about it, and hung out with them. Bought her a beer,
Nice.
and
What a gentleman.
we started playing cornhole and everything. And we went to the little merchandise stands
Yeah.
to like see what all they had.
Yeah.
And she ends up. They end up all suggesting like, oh, we need to go to the bathroom and whatever. So we go over to the Porta Johns, and she goes
The what?
the Porta Johns.
I say porta potties.
Whatever.
You say porta johns?
Yes.
All right.
So you sound like a fucking infant when you say porta potty.
Listen, what the fuck's a porta john? What do you call your toilet?
A toilet.
Okay.
I don't call it a potty, you fucking toddler.
It just is what it is. It's a porta potty.
So, anyway, she goes on ahead, goes into the Porta John, and then the Asian girl, she kind of like hangs back with her boyfriend, and she like turns around.
Was he cool at least? The boyfriend?
He was decent. I mean,
Okay.
we talked a little bit. He seemed cool enough. He was kind of
Yeah.
like skeptical, like who the fuck is this guy hanging around here?
Who the fuck's this guy?
Who the fuck is that guy? And
Yeah.
so the Asian girl, she like turns around. She's like, "I'm sorry, Chris. This is where we part ways." And I'm like, "Whatever." I was too drunk to give a fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Says this is where we part ways.
That's so interesting.
She did it for her. So there must have been something about it where she was like, nah, not feeling it. You need to like.
That's it. That's interesting. She went to the bathroom to hide, probably.
Yeah. And then had her fucking tell me.
That's very interesting, though.
But
I think that's
I was
weird.
like, I only like wasted an hour on them people. So I
I
went.
wouldn't even say that's wasted. Like, that was good time spent, I'm sure.
So I went to the next band and started hanging out. And then that's when I met the two girls that I showed you pictures
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
Their name was Danny and Amber. And they were pretty wild chicks. I mean, they knew how to have fun. Hung out with them for a little bit. Obviously, you know, I was only interested in one of them.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
But
out of my luck, if there's two people, I'm interested in the one that's not interested in me.
yeah. Yeah.
And there's one that just wants me, and I'm like, nope.
But even as time went on, I didn't even like. I wasn't even trying because they were just fun to hang out with. So I was like, yeah, I'll just fucking hang out with these people for a little bit. Hung out with them for a little bit. Dude, there was these two dudes dressed up as Spider-Man. And I'm
You
like,
did tell me that, yeah.
And I'm like, I got to get a picture of these guys. And if I could use my phone right now, I'd show you.
It's okay.
But
I think I've seen the picture.
I took a selfie with Spider-Man.
Wasn't he like in the crowd and you're
Yeah.
Okay, I have seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, I took a. Oh, that's another thing. That crowd picture that I posted and everything with me like in the crowd. There was these two dudes. They were older, jacked dudes.
Shit.
They had signs. They brought a clear bag full of these construction paper signs. They were fucking awesome, dude. I was hanging out with them. Like, I was just standing behind them. I was by myself at this time.
Yeah.
Just fucking jamming out to the bands and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, he ends up taking a picture of behind us, and out of everyone in that crowd, all you see is me fucking...
Yeah.
He turns around and he's like, you want that picture? I'm like, yeah, I want that picture, dog.
See, those are the best kind of people.
And then I enter my phone number into his phone, and he sends it to me. And every single band that I saw them waving up signs. Like, there was one that said, if you're here, you have good taste in music.
Yeah.
There was another one that says, you're weird, I like that.
Nice.
And it was...
That's funny.
They were pretty cool dudes. And then I saw them throughout the concert. Like,
Yeah.
that had happened early on. And throughout
Yeah.
the concert, I kept seeing them. And every time they'd see me, they're like, yo, it's that guy.
It's that guy.
Look, it's that guy. And they were really cool dudes.
Yeah.
But I hung out with Danny and Amber for a little bit. And hung out with them for about 3 concerts before we got separated again. And I got separated and I started hanging out with these two dudes that were... One dude was pretty jacked and the other guy was pretty skinny. And they were getting into every single mosh pit. So I went along with them and fucking went into the mosh pits with them. And another cool thing, there was a dad with his kid. His kid was only like 12.
Oh, shit.
And kept pushing him in the fucking mosh pit. He's like, get in there.
He's like, you gotta learn.
And everyone's like, yeah, you gotta teach him young.
Just dude's taking advice from a bunch of drunk people who don't have kids.
Yeah, gotta teach you while they're young.
Yeah, get his ass in there.
But so I hung out with these mosh pit dudes, and every single time the bands would like speak to the audience and everything, the one jack dude would be like, yeah, it's just like Fortnite. And he was just kept yelling that. And then the skinny kid had a girlfriend, and she was one of the backstage photographers.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
So you would see her roam the stage taking pictures backstage, and then she actually came out in the crowd and showed us the pictures that she had took. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But come to find out, I didn't find this out until 3 days after the concert, when the concert themselves posted a photo of these guys. They were a fucking band.
Oh, really?
I hung out for 3 fucking concerts with these fucking dudes that were in one of the bands.
That's cool.
And I had no idea. Totally blown away. And
I feel like I also respect them for being like,
dude, they were enjoying the concert just the same as everyone else.
Exactly, yeah.
And if not more, because they were fucking getting into it.
Yeah.
All around the mosh pits, fucking had the one dude on his fucking shoulders. They were fucking getting at it.
God damn it.
And the one dude had a backstage photographer as a girlfriend. I don't know why I didn't put two and two together, but
I wouldn't either.
They were dressed normal. They were fucking getting into it like they were just big fans. But no, they were a fucking band.
See, that's awesome.
And I'm gonna put the link in the description of what they are because these guys were fucking pretty wild.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I followed them on Instagram after I found out.
But
yeah, it was just.
It's a good fucking time.
And then, let's see. I ran into those guys, and then I found Danny and Amber again, and fucking, I had to save Amber from a couple mosh pits from getting trampled.
Yeah.
You saw that video that the concert posted.
That was funny as shit. I found a video of the concert, and like Chris like showed me pictures of like the mosh pit and shit, and like I on my own found a video that they released. And I was like, yo, like, this looks really familiar. So I, like, got into it. I'm like, I just found Chris.
What's funny is that I had posted that picture on my story. And Brand had found it on his own, like, an hour or two later without even seeing my story. Yeah. Found it an hour or two later and sent it to me on Snapchat and said, bro, this you?
Slate played Where the Fuck's Waldo?
It was, dude. I was playing Where's Waldo for the next 3 or 4 days after
that was some
concert.
funny shit, though, because, like, I saw that, I'm like, this looks really familiar.
Dude, I was in a lot of people's posts that I had no idea about. The concert themselves, their stories, I was in, like, maybe 3 or 4 of them.
You were, like, up towards the front, too, so that probably helped.
Dude,
like, at least what I saw, like, you were decently to the front.
And there was this one girl, and called her crowd surf girl, because every single concert, she would crowd surf 4 to 6 times. Every single time.
That just sounds fun.
And, you know, she was tiny, whatever. She kind of wore a little too much makeup. Kind of really didn't like that, but she was built good, and she was mosh pit girl. So, and I had to start maybe 4 of those mosh pits for her, like lift her up and start it. And I think it was like the 3rd time I had to do it. I'm like, I was spitting game. I was like, listen, before I leave here, can I kiss you? She's like, no, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, all right.
Get out. I would have dropped her. I would have dropped her ass right there.
I lifted her up, and as I was about ready to send her off, there was one dude right next to me, and I patted him on the shoulder. I'm like, drop her.
Dude, I would have picked that girl up and been like, she's like, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, sorry, bitch. You got gravity, too.
But
oh goddamn!
And it was later that night where I met Katie,
the one
that
got away,
because I got Danny and Amber's Snapchats and socials, and I still see what they're up to.
Yeah,
and I'll probably see them again next year, and they seem cool. But I wish I would have got Katie's.
If you give me a day, I'll take it off.
Oh yeah,
because I'll go. Like you asked me. Like, when it was too late for me to find a cover. Or I, like, neglected getting a cover. I forget which one it was.
I asked you, like, 2 weeks beforehand.
My fault. Well, anyway, next time I'll be on board.
Which, granted, I had the tickets for, like, 4 months, but...
Yeah. We'll figure it out. It'll be a fun time.
It was definitely a good time. A lot of good people.
We'll do a full podcast.
I definitely had more fucking fun the second time around.
Mm-hmm. Plus, it wasn't, like, new. Like, when you went skydiving, you said you enjoyed it more than the first time because it wasn't just so, like...
I knew what to expect.
Exactly. Like, I want to go again. Like, I'll go a second time for sure. But, like, when I do it, I'm going to be able to, like, enjoy it for what it is rather than just, like, all this
and
new stuff.
A lot of people at work wonder why I take, like, 2 weeks off in September all the time because no one takes vacation in September.
Exactly, and, like, you can get it.
And, yeah... I don't have to find cover. I'm not fighting people for it and
Exactly.
everything. I choose vacation for September because of that concert, and it's perfect weather to go skydiving.
Yeah, seriously.
And
that was a nice ass fucking time too.
Yeah. Dude, September was, and we shot most of our podcasts.
We really did, because that was
when
like
I was on vacation.
that was like when school was like starting to pick up, so I had more free time
Yeah.
before it was in its like fucking entirety.
Yeah. September's just been a good month for me, and
It
the
really
weather's great.
Yeah, seriously.
Like it's not too hot and it's not cold yet. It's fucking
Fall is my
comfortable.
favorite season.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, I am a winter baby, so like I obviously have to like winter, but like the driving just gets me. Like if I didn't have to drive, I'd fucking love winter.
yeah. But yeah, dude, that was.
I'll have to go down the old memory lane and see if I can figure out my one that got away, because I'll have to think. I'll get back to you on the next podcast. But yeah, God, that sounds like such a good fucking time.
But
Anyway,
that was my concert experience.
that sounds like a good fucking time.
I don't remember how many seconds we said last.
116.
Well, we're at
1600.
We're at 1679.
We're concluding.
Yeah. That was my concert story.
We'll edit it out.
Yeah. What?
We'll edit like the brief second fucking thing out so we can get an outro. We do need to film an outro.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out one day.
I kind of like just doing it on the fly anyway.
Bet. Let's do it.
This concludes the Rhubarb Brothers podcast. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, and please give us a follow and a rating on Spotify.
Absolutely.
I would like more listeners on Spotify, but I know people like watching us in person.
We are very expressive people.
Yeah, and I wish there was a way I could upload video to Spotify too. But yeah, this is kind of our.
This is the shittiest outro I've ever seen in my life. You are fumbling.
This is a great hobby to have. It'd be better if I was. It'd be better if I didn't have a fucking nincompoop as a fucking co-host.
Bro is over here fumbling.
All right,
we've got to get a blooper compilation. Outro. Ready, set, go.
This concludes the Rhubarb Brothers podcast. Thank you for listening.
Give us a like, subscribe, and be sure to comment your favorite pizza chains, 1 through 5. Anyway, this is it. Give us a listen on Spotify. Thank you and have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.